Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Lori A. Manns on the line, and she's founder and a business strategist over at Quality Media Consulting Group. Lori, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Adam. I'm happy to be here.
So I'm excited to get into today's topic. So social selling strategies in a digital world. A lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives listening, and they need help with social selling strategies, as do I. So I'm excited to get your input. But before we get into that, I do want to go a little bit further into what you're doing over at Quality Media Consulting Group. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Okay, so we are a business consultancy firm specializing in advertising, marketing, and sales solutions for small business success.
So a lot of business owners listening, other people, what are the right types of clients and or niches that you like working with so that at the end of this, I'm going to give you an opportunity to leave your website or other ways to connect, and I want to make sure that the right people follow up with you.
We work with purpose-driven entrepreneurs who have a story to tell and want to get out there in a bigger way to grow their brand, income, impact, and influence. And usually they are service providers and have a platform that they're trying to grow and get to that next level so that they can reach more people and make a bigger impact.
Love it. That's awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted you on the show, because I love this topic for you. So social selling strategies in a digital world. I mean, where do you want to start with that one?
Well, first of all, let's just say it's a little bit of a tongue twister.
Yes, SSS.
So, yeah, social selling is basically using social media to identify and connect with your sales prospects. And so we know today we live in a digital world, and because of the internet and social media, the game has changed when it comes to identifying prospects online. And so many people have to figure out, how are we going to have our brand footprint online so that we can connect with the right prospects and convert them into paying customers.
No, that's awesome. And can you, I don't want to, let's take it one step back, because I don't want to assume that everybody understands the difference between social selling and maybe traditional marketing. Maybe tell us a little bit of some of the differences there. I know there's some overlap, but there's also some differences.
Well, of course, traditional marketing can be anything from advertising on the radio or TV, newspaper, billboards, some of those old school mediums that we used growing up, right? But when you're marketing, your message is basically about telling people who you are and what you have to offer and how whatever you have to offer solves a problem or meets a need for them. And the difference is with social selling, it originates online through social media. And in order to do social selling, you have to first build a relationship. And so that includes, number one, creating awareness. And you can't sell something to someone you don't know very effectively. So you have to get into building that relationship. But the first step is, of course, creating awareness. So they have to know that you exist. And that means, building your brand online.
Oh, I love it. And you explained that so eloquently and concisely. And it's and I try to tell people this all the time, because it's like, to me, and I come from a finance background, I've been in media now going on 4 years full time, but to me at first it was just such a foreign concept to think that people that follow you on social media and you're adding value to and doing things for that can, if you're doing it correctly, translate into revenue. Not only can it translate into revenue, but significant revenue, and also provide significant value. like that exchange is different. And I can see, like, as our brand has grown through the years, I mean, we do the majority of our stuff on social. So all our traffic, everything, I mean, probably 75% of our traffic, downloads, everything comes from social. And I started out in the social side of things, but seeing that grow. So when I try to tell maybe some business owners that were from my old background that are either financial advisors or other things like that, I'm like, social is a great way to connect. It's not just a little platform or a game that you're playing on anymore. You really want to take that seriously. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I totally agree with you, because when you build your social media brand and your social media marketing strategy, you definitely want to take it seriously, because the thing is, when people find out about you, they're going to go online and search. So they're going to search either in Google or Bing or Yahoo. Those are the big three. And what they find is probably going to be some of your social media profiles on page one. Okay? And so for the most part,
for better or worse, by the way, for better or worse, that's what they're going to find, right? Like, you don't have a choice.
So, yeah, you really don't have a choice, because if you have a profile, whether it's public or private, you are still going to rank in the search engines for that social media profile. And so that's the number one reason why you want to take it seriously, because particularly if you are on LinkedIn, your LinkedIn profile, if you have it optimized, is going to be on page one of Google and Bing. So for that reason only, you should definitely take it seriously and make sure that your profile is optimized with the right keywords and messaging, so that when people see you and find you, they know what you do and what you offer.
And so for some of the people listening, what are some, what do you think is like the low-hanging fruit in social selling or creating a strategy? Like, what's some of the low-hanging fruit? Because obviously we know, like, if they have, it's kind of hard for somebody to have the concept of, if I'm just setting up my first account or a couple of accounts, whatever, and have this in mind, like, I'm not going to build this huge following immediately. It doesn't work that way. Like, what's the first thing that they should be thinking about if they're starting to transition into this new world of social selling?
I think the first thing is create awareness. Let people know you're there, you know, and that means connection. So you have to start connecting with people who are the types of people you want to sell to. And then you want to connect with people who are looking for the same types of people you want to sell to, right? But they're not necessarily your competitors. So, for example, if you are a financial mortgage broker, well, you also want to connect with real estate agents, you know, because they need people in the finance industry and in the finance sector. You know, if you are a fitness trainer, you definitely want to connect with somebody who's a chef or a nutritionist or somebody who works with food, because those things go hand in hand. You can't lose weight and get in shape without watching your diet. You know what I mean? So you want to connect with people who are looking for the same types of customers you're looking for, and you can refer business to them, and they can refer business to you. So you don't just want to look for people who can buy from you. You want to look for people who can collaborate with you, as well as, you know, refer people to you. And so you also want to look for people who can help you level up, right? So if they are where you already want to be, then you definitely want to connect with them so you can stay abreast of, you know, what are the trends? What are the people who are, you know, millionaires and billionaires? What are they doing? You know, watch them so that you can see what's their online footprint looking like. What are they putting out there? And then you can kind of take some signals and clues for, hey, this is how I can kind of format my brand, because if it's working for somebody at that level, you know, if I repeat some of their moves, then I could certainly hope to get where they are at some point.
That's awesome. So, Lori, I can talk to you about this all day long. I mean, once we get going, but we're about out of time on this one. That being said, though, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information on Quality Media Consulting Group, what's the best way for them to reach out and to learn more?
Well, of course, they can visit the website, which is qualitymediaconsultants.com. And they can also check us out online on the internet via social media, Quality Media Consultant Group on Facebook and on LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Lori, it's been great having you on the show today. Appreciate you coming on and sharing more about your views on social selling strategies for this digital world we're all part of. And to the audience, as always, thanks for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Marketing, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the comment section. I mean, love to know what kind of projects and things you're working on. And Lori, thanks again for coming on the show.